Okay guys, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Devin. Today I decided to straighten my hair. I don't typically straighten my hair that much. I probably straighten it maybe like once or twice a year, and I typically do it in the winter time. So this is my hair straight. It took about 2 hours to do this, and it's because I have really long hair. Like my hair kind of goes to like my butt area. I hope you guys enjoy and take a look at my video.
So basically how I like to straighten my hair is I like to chase the flat iron with the comb. Basically what this does is it's going to separate my strands and make it a lot easier for the heat to get to every single one of my strands and make sure that I don't really have frizzy hair. So as you can see, I put the comb under the flat iron and I just slowly move down. I really like doing this because it actually prevents me from having to go through my hair multiple times. The last thing you want to do is go through your hair like 16 times with the flat iron, because that's just going to cause a bunch of heat damage. So just go slow, take your comb and place it right under the flat iron. Do not worry, you're not going to burn the comb. Yeah, so this is basically how I straighten my hair, and it just makes it 10 times easier. Whenever you're flat ironing your hair, make sure you're not taking super large chunks of hair, because what's going to happen is if the strands that you're taking are too big, it's really not going to straighten your hair very well. So what I do is I take about an inch of hair and I basically flat iron that part, because if I were to take like a huge chunk and just flat iron that, my hair would not get as straight as it's getting right now. So be patient, take your time, do not worry. Flat ironing your hair is a long process, unfortunately, whenever you have curly hair. But yeah, just make sure that you're taking smaller strands of hair and you're just moving slowly. Now make sure when you are flat ironing your hair that you add some form of heat protectant on your hair. The goal is not to have straight hair forever. The goal is to have straight hair temporarily and then move on from there and go back to your curly hair.
Hey Devin, don't mind me, just hanging out here.
Oh, that side's straight. I love it. Looks good.
I'm done. You didn't know which side it was. So,
Looks good. Looks good. I like it.
So hopefully you guys can tell which side of my head is straight. So yeah, so as you can see, you can definitely tell a huge difference in my hair from the straight to the frizzy part. Now, if you go to some of these Dominican salons, they will get your hair straighter than I did here. So, but I didn't want my hair super bone straight. I do like a little bit of volume. Okay, so I needed that break. But yeah, so let's get to the other side of my hair and straighten this part. Oh my god, that rubber band is still attached to my comb. Past Devin, what were you doing? But yeah, so 3 days after this, I did put a little bit of oil in my hair, and it actually made my hair look a lot shinier than before, which I actually really liked. So if you're noticing that your hair is dry after you're done straightening it, put a little bit of oil or hair serum in it just to kind of give it that little sheen that it might need. So again, I'm going to take the comb and I'm going to start chasing the flat iron with the comb, just making sure that I am getting all that heat throughout my hair and that I'm not having to pass through my hair too many times, because if you're passing through your hair too many times, it's just going to cause heat damage. So I do about 2 passes. So you might be wondering about how long does this style last me? Typically, I can probably go about 2 weeks with straight hair. Over time, my hair does start to get a little bit oily. Dry shampoo definitely helps with that. Typically, I do not like to go longer than a week with my straight hair just because at the end of the day, I still have curly hair and I still need to be deep conditioning at least once a week. So I do not like to keep my hair straight for too long just because eventually your hair starts to get dry. So another question that you might have is, does my hair get frizzy? So I live in Texas, so we have very humid weather here, and yes, when I do go outside, my hair does get a little bit frizzy, so I have to be very mindful of when I straighten my hair, and I have to look at the weather for that week. So, but a good way of how I keep my hair from getting too frizzy, that way I don't have to straighten my hair throughout the week, is whenever I shower, I put on a scarf and then I put on a shower cap. This is going to keep water from touching my hair and therefore reverting it back to curly. So make sure that, you know, whenever you're showering, make sure that you put a scarf on and then put a shower cap on. Just putting a shower cap on is not going to do anything because the water can still kind of seep through the shower cap and get to your hair. So that's why I prefer to wear a scarf. Whenever you're sleeping, also make sure that you're wearing a scarf. I do like to put my hair up into a little bun just so I can keep the ends of my hair from getting frizzy. I don't really sweat whenever I sleep, but it does get a little bit humid in my room, which causes my hair to kind of get a little bit frizzy. So I do like to put my hair up into a bun and then put it into a scarf whenever I sleep. And also, whenever you straighten your hair, make sure that you're straightening your hair for the right reasons. You do not want to be straightening your hair every week. You want to make sure that you're taking care of your hair. There's nothing wrong with straightening your hair as long as you know how to do it and know how to avoid heat damage, because the last thing you want is to always straighten your hair and then once you want to go back to curly, you've lost all of the curls that you've had before. So you also might be wondering, how often do I trim my ends? So I try to trim my ends like twice a year. I really should be doing it every 3 months, but you can actually trim your ends while it's curly. I've seen a lot of natural hair YouTubers trim their ends while it's curly, which is actually really smart because we typically don't wear our hair straight all the time, so it would be pointless to actually trim your ends while it's straight, because once it reverts back to curly, your curls are going to be all wonky and it's not going to be cute. So I might actually do a video on how I trim my ends while it's curly.
So hey guys, so this is my hair. Completely flat iron. It feels so weird with straight hair.
Thankfully, I was blessed with a mother who is actually a hairstylist. So typically I will straighten my hair and I'll just basically go to her and she'll just kind of trim my ends and everything and see if it needs to be trimmed or not. So thankfully she's able to do that for me if I do need some type of a haircut or if my ends are dry. Now, whenever you have bleached hair, you're going to suffer with dry ends and you're going to need to trim a little bit more often. So I only have a little bit of my really bleached hair left on my ends because I had to chop it all off. So my hair would probably be a lot longer if I would have never bleached my hair blonde. So yeah, there you go. If you want really long hair, try to avoid bleaching your hair as much as possible.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube video of how I straighten my hair. This is what it looks like. I really like it. I am the type of person, I prefer my hair to be curly. I'm just a curly girl. I love volume, but I will straighten my hair every once in a while just to check the length and do a few trims here and there. So yeah, use a flat iron and I use my famous little brush blow dryer because I be seeing these girls with like their own blow dryer. They got the brush in one hand and the blow dryer in another hand. I can't do that. I can't do that. So I have to have a brush and blow dryer in one and just go in. So if you guys like it, I've been growing it out for about 5 years now. I do trim, so my hair probably would be longer if I never trimmed my ends, but you know, I want to make sure that my hair looks healthy as much as possible. You might notice towards the ends that my hair is a different color. So a couple years ago I bleached my hair. So the bottom of my hair might still have a little bit of blonde on it. And then I did some type of chestnut somewhere in here. And then I have black right here because of my grow out. So you guys want to send me a couple $100s to get my hair touched up. That's my boyfriend back there. But yeah, so this is my hair. Like it. And it's not too frizzy. So typically my straight hair lasts about 5 days. So hopefully it lasts. But yeah, thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll also talk a little bit about how I grew my hair this long, the type of things that I do throughout this channel. So if you want to be able to grow your hair this long, then subscribe to my channel and don't miss anything. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.